The following people were contacted for interviews but declined to participate: Herb Geary, grandfather, owner Geary Home and Garden; Frank Grassley, neighbor, bank officer, Frederick Savings and Trust; Tim Walker, assistant volleyball coach, Frederick High School. Note: all interviews with Dave Parcell were conducted over the telephone per the visitation restrictions at Cumberland State Prison. Chapter 1. Our Last Good Morning.
Jeanette Parcell, mother. It was a normal day. I hassled the kids out of bed, fixed breakfast. Jack was filming himself trying to eat Fruit Loops off his nose. He was always posting silly videos like that back then. Sara was fixing the strings on her violin. We had bought her new strings that weekend. $30 for the good ones. Dave was reading the sports section, complaining about the Orioles bullpen, I bet. Everyone in their own world. I'm sure the four of us barely talked, but still. It was our last good morning.
Dave Parcell, father. I had a pit in my stomach for sure. When the kids left for the bus, I tried not to make a big deal of it. But I gave Sara an extra squeeze on the shoulder. I remember what I said. "Have a good day, Sara Bear." She didn't even blink. I stood in the doorway staring after them as they walked to the bus stop. Jeanette saw me. I don't know if she thought anything of it.
Jack Parcell, brother. We didn't take the same school bus. Sara's went to the high school, but we waited at the same corner with some other kids from the neighborhood. When my bus came, she probably said, "Later, dude," and flicked my ear or something like that. I don't remember. We got along, even if I annoyed the hell out of her sometimes. She would kick me out of her room when her friends came over, that's for sure. I get it. Who wants to hang around with their little brother? Sara was 5 years older, but she was still nice to me. Always looked out for me, especially when our parents fought.
Jeanette Parcell. Dave and our marriage was good. It was fine. We just never had enough money. That was pretty much the problem. We laughed a lot, but when you don't have enough money, there's also a lot to fight about. I know that was hard for Dave. Maybe I could have eased up on him a bit. But our water heater needed to be replaced. Jack needed braces. Sara had outgrown her track shoes. I couldn't pretend these things weren't real.
Dave Parcell. It had been a rough few years. I was bone-tired and out of ideas. We owed a lot. The bank was coming after our house. I had started doing this crazy thing. I would leave work on my lunch break, drive home, check the mailbox for any new bills, and leave the rest of the mail for Jeanette to grab later. I didn't want her or the kids to see how bad it was. I thought if we could just get a little breathing room to get back to even, we'd be fine. But when you've got a music prodigy in the house, there's a sense of urgency, a timeline you don't get to control. One missed opportunity could change everything.
Jeanette Parcell. We'll never know how far it could have taken her. But she really was quite talented. It was always such a kick to me. Where did this come from? Dave and I wouldn't have recognized Mozart if he was our uncle.
Dave Parcell. She got her musical genes from me. I followed Aerosmith around one summer, played a lot of guitar in the arena parking lots. A guitar's not that different from a violin, you know. And Jeanette, she couldn't carry a tune if she had a bucket with a lid on it.
Jeanette Parcell. My God, Sara could take your breath away, just practicing up in her room. I'd be doing the dishes at night and hear her start to play. I'd creep up the stairs and stand in the hallway, put my hand lightly on the door, close my eyes and just listen. I'd picture her on stage. She was so small when she started. She looked like a baby horse trying to wrestle that bow, all arms and legs. She was so young, so innocent. But she played with such power. It lit me up.
Jack Parcell. I never learned.